This is unfortunately the effects of the preventative measure at this level. And this is a result, what you will probably find is a lot of those will be Gmail addresses and Yahoo email addresses, because those are the two providers that have really ramped up spam sending. Unfortunately, when an email address comes back as not verified, it will not send the first automated responses to that person because it's protecting your domain. Because if it did send and it bounced, this is what could literally shut down and suspend your sending domain for good. So you need to make the choice here. If you want to turn email verification off, you do that inside your business settings, because we turn it on your accounts by default. If you turn it off, it's not going to verify email addresses, which means it will send to everybody. But just bear in mind that does put your sending domain at risk if any of those email addresses were to bounce. And a lot of the Yahoo and Gmail addresses are bouncing for any domains that those ESPs guess or think might be commercial in manner. So that's one thing you've got to bear in mind. Now, in terms of for the people who you've checked and you've gone, no, this is a real person, then obviously you do have to manually go to their profile, press, I have verified this email address, this is real, it is one that I'm happy to send to. You then just underneath that, in that client's record, you then just need to press add to workflow and it will re-add that person. If it doesn't re-add them, what it means is inside your workflow settings, you probably have the setting turned on, only allow one entry. Just turn that off, which means re-entry is allowed. It means they can go back through that workflow again. That's usually what's happening there. But if you do need any troubleshooting on that, then definitely have a chat with support. But yes, if somebody's not verified, it's not going to send them emails because it's protecting your domain from bouncing. The only way to get around deliverability is obviously just making sure that your DMARC, DKIM and SMTP settings are done properly, which our TekMatix people can check for you inside your account and your DNS settings. That's the first step for ensuring deliverability. The second step for ensuring deliverability is over time, your sending domain increases in its reputation. So the more emails you're sending, and particularly the more emails get replied to or clicked on, the higher your reputation ranking increases in the recipient's ESP domains. So it's really important that over time, particularly in your first emails, I usually have a question in my first email saying, what's your biggest question about creating an online course right now? What's your biggest question about right now? To encourage them to reply straight away. Because again, then over time, if you're saying that 50% of Gmails aren't receiving your emails, it might just be that your domain hasn't had enough time to build up reputation yet. So slowly but surely that 50% will start decreasing down to a smaller amount. But I myself, again, have seen my deliverability rates go from 90% down to 50% when these changes happened in April. And so many of the people that I'm really close to are seeing exactly the same things. And unfortunately, it's at the recipient's ESP side, not at the sender's side, which is very frustrating.